play computer.
Are you sure?
But this is a 24-hour event, and it's the biggest event so far. We were so close to have even 2 cars more, and above the 70 mark of competitors. So it's the biggest yet. There's been a lot of issues with the internet and network, TeamSpeak and so on, and some of it is because we are as many as we are. But I think we will make it work. Again, this year, Lutz, will be our speaker over the internet. Do you have something you would like to say?
Yes, I'm very happy to be here, and I hope we all will have a very good event, and the next 24 hours will be the best of your life. Okay. It would be nice if the drivers who's finished your stint comes to me and give me a small interview after every stint. This would my wish, and would be fine. Okay, so I wish you all good luck and have fun. Okay. Thank you.
And thank you for coming, Lutz.
Yeah. Give him a hand. You have all got this ticket on email. Actually, it says bring this to the judge table at the event. That's because I need to scan this code, and it will register that you are here right now. So you can come to me after this driver's briefing, and I will scan the ticket. If you do not have the print of it, you can bring your mobile phone or iPod, whatever, which can view this code, and I will scan it. The cafeteria is open until 9 o'clock tonight, and again tomorrow for breakfast. So it's not open during the night. So you must be prepared for food tonight. I will set some paper which indicates the time for the cafeteria to be open. You can see it there. In general behavior of driving, it has been very good last year and last year again. So I do not have so much to say to you. There's a lot of GT cars this year compared to LMP. So please do not hesitate to make anything stupid, to let the LMP pass, or otherwise the LMP be gentle to each other. I don't think there's so much more to say about that.
One thing we would like to comment on is we've seen, during qualifying here, we've seen quite a few GT teams, when they see a LMP car coming from behind, they jump out of the way and change their line in the middle of the corner or something. Actually, we would like you to just keep your line, because that makes you much more predictable.
The race line.
Yeah, exactly. Stick to the race line, and the faster car find a way past you, because they have lots of downfall, so it's not a problem. So being predictable and keeping to your line instead of just jumping around and they don't know what you're doing, that makes it much easier for them as well.
Same goes for the straights.
Yep.
Yeah.
But please don't turn into us to keep the line when we are trying to overtake.
Of course.
If they are on the side of your GT car, let them
Yeah. And leave them space. Perhaps break a bit of it.
Yeah.
To make things easier.
Again, we have a judge table. If you have anything to complain about the other cars, please let us know. The judge table, there'll always be 2 judges at the table you can go to. They will look at it and they will make a decision, and that will be the answer to your prayers for the best. There's a new rule, or slightly changed rule for lights on the car. From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. the lights on the car must be on. One in every single corner of the car. So 4 in total. If they are not on, crash or something else breaks one, you must go to pit after the lap. Last year you could wait 3 laps and then pit. That's not allowed anymore. When you hear from the judge table, go to pit, you have a broken light. You do. Or take the consequence. Safety car. There's been some tests about the safety car. Can you explain what you find out?
Well, actually, we just wanted to explain the procedure to everybody, so all the drivers who are at the start might experience a restart, which hopefully we won't have that many, but it's likely to happen at some point. We just want to clear it up. Many of you we saw at the test Wednesday, I think, and we learned some things there. Something worked, something didn't. One thing we would like to point out is that it's very important that you keep your distances. We've seen a lot of swerving and stuff like that. That's the first thing. We don't want people swerving. But taking it from an end, what we're going to do is when the race starts, the start in the game is actually going to be standing. So you will see the line go green, and that does not mean the race is on. You just stay where you are and wait a moment, and the safety car will pass you in the grass. So the safety car is then up front, and in the chat we will write the name of the team, which is then to catch up. So everybody is arranged in the order you just qualified. And that will happen now as well, and at the restarts, because all of us just disconnected, of course. So that will happen. The safety car will go forward slowly. Something where we don't have to ride the clutch 80 kilometers per hour, I think. And then the teams will be written like number 1, FTZ, number 2, DGTL, whatever, and you catch the safety car in that order. Once we are arranged, we expect to go around the circuit, and in the 4 chicanes, the safety car will enter the pits, and we will write green in the chat. And when you exit the corner, the race is on. But no overtaking is allowed before you reach the start and finish line. So you can't just jump start and then fly on the inside or something. That's not allowed, and we would very not like to see that.
During the start procedure, you can be prepared by looking at the qualification. If you look at which car is above you, and you see the car goes by at the starting grid, you know that it's your next. So you can be prepared for this. It will be a lot quicker and easier for us. Safety car, if there has been an incident, connection lost, or anything else that might not be your own fault, that does not mean a clip on the network cable is a good thing.
That would be considered your own fault.
Yeah. Bad luck. Bad luck.
But if you fall off the server or the power goes or something like that, of course we will restart the server to let the teams rejoin.
We will deploy the safety car in front of the leading car. If you're not the leading car, you will not experience a safety car in front of you. And when the safety car is deployed, we will write it on the server, and then there's full course yellow. So no overtaking. Once there's a safety car deployed, no overtaking. You may drive fast, but no overtaking. And if it turns out that it was your own fault for the connection lost or power down or something, Windows update or something, we will the safety car will go out of the track into the pit, and we will get it free running again. If there is a restart, the race will be on at the after Talo Rouge.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
Yeah. In what we're going to do in a few moments, or at 3 o'clock at least, that we drive, we arrange, and then we drive the entire lap, and at the last corner the safety car exits, and we start at the start-finish line. At the restarts, we just try to get it done with as quickly as possible, and then we restart going out onto the straight. So we get racing as soon as possible. That's interesting. So we get racing as soon as possible. So, yeah.
Power line is this guy.
No more.
Sudden night.
What this means is that even though it might seem we don't have that much space, but we have plenty of time. Also, at this race start here, we have 15 minutes to arrange ourselves and drive the laps. We have lots of time, so don't do anything stupid. You have lots of time to maneuver, even if you have to reverse a bit, to not hit or scratch the other cars. We have plenty of time to do it.
You're not allowed to overtake before you pass the safety car, right? That was an issue last year.
Yeah, of course. The same thing applies. At the race start, it's the start-finish line. At restarts, we do it when you are out of the corner to Rouge. You're not allowed to just, at the same thing, just jump the gun and cut a curve or something.
Yeah,
You have to be all the way out onto the straight before overtaking is allowed. That's where the race starts.
Does the safety car drive on the inside?
No, it does not. It does not. Not like last year. We had the safety car acceleration staying on inside. We do not. There's an asphalt area, very bumpy, on the outside corner. It goes straight on out onto there, and then green is written in the chat, and then you can go, and the race is opened when you're out the corners. Then you can open.
Yeah.
So that's how that works.
So do not take the
No, and of course,
do not take the corner flat out and try to avoid the safety.
And of course, as we've written in the rules, please don't swerve to warm up the tires. Don't do hard accelerating and braking. The one thing we don't mind is keeping both pedals at the same time, so you can warm up the brakes that way. But don't swerve around, because we always see people hitting each other by that. So please be as smooth as possible, even on the safety car.
Yes.
Yeah, the question, do you collect the entire field before you close down the server?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we still have to, so we don't have to just let go of the accelerator because we just locked the result in there. We have to go
Nope.
as fast as.
What happens at the race restarts is the front runner is picked up. The number one car in the standings is picked up, and then we drive around at 120, 125 perhaps to pick up everybody. And once everybody is behind the safety car, the timing is frozen, and we restart the server.
That's because at the test race during Wednesday, you announced safety car just as I blew past the pit, and
Yeah.
it would take me something like, I don't know,
5
6
minutes.
or 8 minutes before I would pick up the.
That's just how it is.
Yeah, but I just wondered if you
but
were
it's
waiting
correct.
for it or.
It's correct. Yeah, it's correct. We always pick up the race leader, and if by accident, if we do something stupid, we do not pick up the race leader, we will write a wave by, or we'll give you in the information to the team so that you can pass the safety car. But you do never pass the safety car unless you've been expressly allowed to, of course. But we try to catch the right car.
Ja, og jeg stiller et spørgsmål i dansk, og så kigger jeg oversætning. Det kan jo lade sig gøre at handle lidt omkring det der pit, eller safety car, når det nu er, at hvis det er en selvforskyld, så I restarter, uden at lukke serveren ned. Så kan det jo være en idé at gå ind og pit. Er det tilladt?
Pit mens vi kører
Altså hvis
race.
safety caren er kørt ud,
Pit during
så
safety.
kan den gå ind og tanke. Fordi hvis nu safety caren vælger at køre ud igen, fordi at det var en selvforskyldt situation.
Det kan man vel i bedste vores plads.
Du må godt svare over engelsk.
Altså man kan jo være nødt til at, altså vi er 16 biler, ikke? Og
Ja.
man kører jo mindre end
Ja.
16 omgange, så
Ja, det
der
er
vil jo alt andet lige være nogen, der vil være nødt til at pille.
Ja, vi kan okay.
Man kan også, det kan jo gå begge veje. Man kan lige gå ind på, man kan også tæppe de med hvis der er...
Hvis de lukker serveren. Ja. Okay, in English, is it allowed to pit during safety car? Yes.
But it's your own gamble.
Yeah.
You might lose, you might win something. If you're running out of fuel, of course, do it. But maybe it's not. But maybe it's not a good idea because we might deem that something was not working and it's not your fault. We're going to restart the server. Then you might have lost a lap. So it's your own gamble. If you get a safety car while you're in the pit lane, you can.
That's a very long distance.
It's unlikely. It's unlikely, but if it happens, that's your gamble. But it is allowed. Yeah, we have a new thing we are trying out this year, which is called the Tro Truck, this red Manitou thing. The idea of that is that Casper last year was stuck on a curb for a very long time, and he tried very enthusiastically to get off it again. And even though it was a good effort, he didn't make it. And what we would like to do with this thing is that if you really are stuck somewhere, it would typically be with punctured tires in the gravel. That would be the most common cause. You can go to the judges, say, look, we're stuck, we can't get out. The car is repairable, we can go back to the pit lane, but we can't get out of the gravel. So we will use this thing to push you out the safety car will be deployed, the server will not be restarted. We will deploy this track to push you out, and then you have to return to the pits under your own power. That's the idea.
Regarding the safety car during the tow truck procedure, we will need to know if the cause is a tow truck procedure or some kind of game crash.
Yeah.
If it is a tow truck procedure, absolutely there could be a huge advantage taking a pit stop at that point. So drivers need to know, teams need to know what the cause of the safety car is.
True. That will of course be written along with the chat if we deploy it.
The tow trucks, where are they placed in the track? At pits or at the specific points?
It's in the pit lane. It starts in the pit lane. The race is safety car, and it drives to you, pushes you out, and then it goes back. We only have one. So we don't want to use any more than one slot. But first, we are not really expecting to use it. Only in extremely unlucky cases like Casper last year, it would be necessary. So.
I would like to break up that one. I made it. The task did.
Okay. Next thing?
Yeah, TeamSpeak. Because we are that many competitors, we ran out of empty slots in TeamSpeak. We might solve this issue later, but for now, only 2 connections per car. One in the car and one in the pit. Then we can all be able to...
That we can just fit on. So.
Yeah.
So if you have to announce a penalty for one of the teams, will you jump into their channel and from the judges table, or will you just go over to...
We go to the pit and say, hey. Maybe you go to pit. It should be your
guy who tells the driver.
Yeah. We will announce to you, and you will guide the driver.
On the TeamSpeak note, there's 32 slots available. If someone knows someone who has a community license or what was it?
Non-profit
license for TeamSpeak, we would very much like to get in contact with you.
Yeah. So one in the car, one in the pit for now until further notice. The last thing is the Gtr2 PD. If you're using XD.
PD is allowed.
Yeah. XD might have some extra information which is not allowed. So I can't remember left or right. I think it means up here. Yeah. You should cover it by a piece of paper or something. It's not allowed. Yeah.
Do you mean the hot, the standard GTR2? But has the information about the front car behind you? That's what we should cover up, and XD isn't allowed on the machine.
What you can't see in
the
Motec display, or
what you usually can't see in the Motec display should be covered up.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can we use the XD to see how much fuel we use per lap? If you can use it on race manager? I mean, block out the telemetry
cutting paper.
Oh yeah.
I don't propose. What do you think?
No, because our car we can use many fuel.
We try to find we can take it up.
Hey, I have a small comment.
Yeah.
I think traditionally XD is not allowed here because you can use it to plan tire changes and so on. So it gives an advantage and it takes away a bit of the aspect of the dynamics between the pit crew and the drivers. So that, I think traditionally it's been said that it was not allowed. So if XD is allowed now, then that would be a rule change. So
I think that's right.
I think that's worth considering.
Yeah.
That if they have XD running, then in theory they could plan the tire changes and save a lot of time in the pits and get them advanced.
Okay.
So it feels like a change. Thing.
What we are planning to get out of this is the contact between the driver and the pit. The driver is the driver depends on the pit's performance, and the more software used on the car
To make the driver independent.
Yeah, that would be disallowed or yeah.
So from a standing point, no XD is not allowed still.
Yeah.
The same with PD, right?
Yeah.
PD is on the pit computers, right?
It could be.
If you have two screens, you can use it on the pit computers, but you're not supposed to use it on a second screen, for example. But we don't have anything against PD. It does the same thing as Race Manager. And
So no XD.
No XD and no PD for the driver. More practical things. Trash cans, please use them. If they're full, contact me or one of the guys in here. We will we'll take out the trash. Smoking is outside, and it's outside that way, not through those doors. During the night, please park your car at the parking lot, because if there are only 2 or 3 cars, we might experience theft. So the more cars, the smaller chance.
What about the weather? Rain?
The weather is random.
Do you have a screen where we can see it?
Forecast?
We are working on some forecast. Any more questions? Nope.
if anyone has any doubt about the safety car procedure, the whole thing, please ask, because we would like it to run smoothly. No reason to yeah, exactly. There's no reason to bang up the cars on this formation lap.
I have a question regarding the tractor. Will the safety car deploy first and pick up the entire fuel before the tractor goes?
It will deploy, and
But will the fuel be completely picked up? Or I'm asking because how fast does the tractor go?
it goes very slowly.
Okay, so if the field hasn't been picked up by the safety car, you could experience having a tractor going 40 kilometers an hour, you pass it with 250.
It will not be deployed unless the safety car has some sort of control over the field.
Okay.
They could be deployed at the same time.
Yeah, but if you deploy it at the same time, you would have a lot of cars passing the tractor without being at the safety car
But
speed.
at a slow speed.
Having people falling asleep at the hazard.
The fastest way would be to deploy both at the same time.
If you could deploy the tractor just before the safety car will keep
Keep behind, exactly.
And
Again,
so the tractor
we
can
might
fully apply.
we might stagger them.
Yeah.
So there's a distance between them, and the tractor has a chance to run ahead. We try to get it done with as quickly as possible, because obviously the safety car periods aren't very competitive.
Okay, that's it for now. I will wait